fix what I couldn't see. Eating clean, playing my part. Still something breaking inside my heart. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Following every line they drew, still ended up in reverse. Five pills lined up on the sink, each one telling me what to think. Said give it time, you'll be okay, but I kept drifting further away. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Gave them everything I had, still couldn't break that curse. Then one day I just let it go, stopped chasing what I didn't know. Took one step, changed one thing, turned my back on everything. On everything. Yeah, this is my why. North Dakota Carnivore changed my life. Kept it simple, stripped it down, turned it all the way around. Lost the weight, cleared my mind, left that old road far behind. What I found was something true, did it myself, and so can you.
And good Sunday morning to you all. It's been actually a really good day. I got to sleep in a little bit, caught up on a lot of my rest that I missed yesterday. We had a busy day yesterday. I did miss having my live stream yesterday. It was different not being able to be on here. So it makes a difference. It really does, especially when you're doing a fast. I did an alternate day fast yesterday, went just over 36 hours, which I'll show here in just a moment. But yesterday, I didn't have my live stream because I was driving this truck through our state fair parade. Yeah, I still can't talk. There's a Rebel Cheer truck, so the back of the truck and the trailer had two different teams of cheerleaders on it, and these are young girls from like 7 to 12, 13. I don't know how they get to, but this is what they were on back here. A couple of adults that were still setting up. Actually, the one standing up there in the blue or in the black shirt with the blue headband on, that's my wife, and the one in the green that's over here sitting down, that's my oldest daughter. But they're the Royal Rebel Cheer, and they're cheer moms. So I guess my wife is a cheer mom. My daughter, she has one of her daughters in it. I have two granddaughters that are in this here, so it's actually pretty cool. But I got to drive this for the fair yesterday and for the parade. And this was like 8:30 in the morning that picture was taken. We didn't finish that until it was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon when we finished going through everything. It was just It was a long day, and those girls did amazing. Every 4 minutes, I had to stop, and they swapped. So the group that was on the ground jumped in either the trailer or to the truck, and vice versa. So every 4 minutes, I had to swap kids out and still maintain the pace and keep up with everybody. And the girls did an amazing job. Brian's here first thing this morning saying good morning, everybody. It's nice to see you, Brian. How's the new phone working? First of all, I decided you got a new phone, but I've been a little busy the last couple of days to see any of the live streams and chats to see how your phone's been doing. Uncle Willie, good morning. It's nice to see you here from Rumble. I joined you on Rumble on Dustin's for a little bit this morning. It is different not being able to see the whole chat. I get what Brian is saying more now that I joined you on Rumble this morning, because when I was on Rumble, I couldn't see any of the chat that was going on in Dustin's because he doesn't display the chats on here. Made a big difference. Babe Dowell, good morning. How are you? Joining us from Oklahoma. That's awesome. I used to have a guy that worked for me that was from Oklahoma. He's still, I don't know if he's still working up here or not. He might still be working up here in North Dakota on the oil rigs. I've actually had a couple guys from Oklahoma working with me up here. That was a lifetime ago, but they're still doing this stuff. And I do not know what that name is, but hello and good morning. How are you doing today? Donna Ray, good morning. It's nice to see you here this morning. How's it going? Saw your numbers are coming back to where they should be. That's really good. Annette Graham, good morning. How are you doing today? Nice to see you here this morning. Nice shirt, right? No flow. Strict carnivore all the way, always no carbs. Quality high fat, proper human meat-based diet, zero sugar, 70% calories from fat, and then it says some other stuff on the bottom I can't read from there. But this is from No Slow's bonfire. Actually, I can probably pull that up here. You want some really good carnivore shirts, you have to check out No Slow, because he does have pretty damn cool stuff on his site. I'm going to post it here, and I'm actually going to tag it to the comments so that it'll stay up here. Let me see. Yeah, that's not the right one. Pin message. So I'm going to pin that to the chat. So if you guys want a really cool shirt, check out No Slow's site. He's got some really cool stuff on there. I'm still waiting on the one I ordered for my wife. I ordered my wife one from Booby Goat's store, Aaron's. I ordered my wife the Butter Woman shirt because my wife loves butter and she'll just eat butter. I won't tell you what I call my wife because it's not an appropriate name, but she understands and she laughs when I call her that. Kathy, good morning. It's nice to have you here. Good morning from Carefree, Arizona. I was in Arizona last year, right around this time. My wife and I had to go to Arizona or California for a funeral. We spent a few days in California, and then on our way home, we stopped in Kingman, Arizona. We went to Keto Carnivore in Kingman, Arizona, and we met Dave. Dave's the owner of the store. He's carnivore. Him and his wife started that place, and they did a really good job. They closed down for a little while. And now they're working with a coffee place too that's making coffee out of there. So they have their keto bakery and stuff where with the coffee shop. It's actually a really good place. My wife is type 2 diabetic, and their products did not affect her at all. So she was able to have some chocolate chip cookies and snickerdoodle cookies, fudge brownie, and it all She did really good on that all. JB the Hero. What's up, JB? How are you doing today? The new phone is great. That is good to hear, Brian. So you'll be able to do the whole interview today and not have to worry about getting kicked off. That had to have been frustrating. This is just straight water. No electrolytes in it yet. I already had my electrolyte one here. I took this yesterday and I froze this in a fridge with the Element iced tea lemonade. I froze it yesterday. When we got back from the fair, I took it out and put it in the fridge, and I pulled it out this morning. It was just half thawed, and I squished it up, broke up all the ice. It was basically a iced tea lemonade slushy. That was actually really good. JB the Hero, you live in Arizona also? Awesome. Arizona, when we were in there, I mean, we only went to Kingman, so it wasn't very far into Arizona, but it was really nice down there. I did like it. Treadmill this morning, then meal prep. I'm gonna fast tomorrow. Awesome. You're gonna join us for our fast. Are you starting it tonight after your last meal, or are you starting it tomorrow? When is your last meal gonna be, Uncle Willie? And I'll be doing the live streams again this week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 6:15 for the 3-day fast accountability. And I'm going to try to remember to get them all onto Rumble. Rumble won't let you set them up more than 24 hours in advance, and I keep forgetting to set these up on Rumble. You're going to wear your Campbell's shirt today for Amy? That's awesome. Yeah. Gary he's got some really good shirts. I've got the Miller Lite one that's carnivore, high fat for life. That one's awesome. And I have the Starbucks one, the white on green, or green on white shirt. And it's got the carnivore eat meat with the lion inside of it. I really like that. You were on Grandma's and Debbie last night with no problem. Very happy. Awesome. That is good to hear. I know you've been on mine a couple times and you've been booted off, and you can tell when your phone's getting hot because it starts buffering and starts acting up, and then within a minute or two, boop, you're gone. It gets kind of frustrating. Uncle Willie says last meal about 6 p.m. tonight. Plan on refeed noon on Thursday. Awesome. So you're going just over 30 or 72 hours, so that'd be 90 hours. 90-hour fast is actually a really good fast. The fasting coach that I talk to quite often, it's weekly, but he has been out of country, so these last 4 weeks it's been really kind of hit and miss with him. But that's what he was doing when he lost over 100 pounds in a short amount of time. He was doing 96-hour weekly fasts. I started doing these 72-hour weekly fasts off of Dr. Boz, and what she was talking about, one of her guys did a 96-hour or 72-hour fast for 26 weeks. And that was for something to do with his brain. I can't remember which one it was, but he helped with that. And it was amazing what happened. And I figured, why not? I have weight that I want to lose, and I need to get it done. I changed my way of eating a little bit. I adjusted my fat content every other day. So actually, I've changed it just a little bit more here in the last week, where on the days that I eat 2 meals a day, like today, one meal will be a low fat. 60% of my calories are from fat. The other meal is going to be a higher fat, 70. So it makes my body want to use the fat on my body for my energy instead of the fat from my foods. And that's been helpful too, I think. Wisecracker, good morning. How are you doing? Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Brian said I finished my 365 days on Facebook yesterday. Had before and after pictures. Awesome. You have to take a look at that. 90 hours more convenient than 72. Don't want to refeed before bed. And that's a lot of what I was doing too, except for I wasn't doing 90 hours. I was doing more 84 when I was doing stuff like that. And I found that on my refeeds, if I refeed at night, like I get home at 5 o'clock, if I have my food ready at 6, I can eat a small meal. I can have my bone broth to break my fast, wait for an hour, and have just like a quarter pound of beef and go to bed. I feel like I get more out of my fast by doing it that way now. Because when if I do an extended fast, like a 84-hour fast or a 96-hour fast, and I break it in the morning, I want to eat all day long, and I end up eating more than my planned foods when I do it that way. But if I eat a small meal and then go to bed, I still have that fasting mentality going on where my body isn't used to having all that. And I don't feel as full and I don't feel as bloated the next day. And then the next day when I eat, I can eat my regular foods and I don't have a problem with it. Lynn, 22 QCAT. Good morning. How are you today? It's nice seeing you in here. I appreciate you coming in. Hey, you're so. Why is that? Wisecracker. You're always one of the jovial ones in the chats. Yeah, I am. I am having good results. And you hear me say it in here all the time. Each person has their own path to follow. And I'm trying to find where my path is. My path is not the same right now as it was 2 years ago when I started this diet. When I started this diet 2 years ago, all I did was eat ground beef and steak, and the weight dropped off. Now I'm having to adjust the amount of fat that I'm eating because the weight's not coming off like I wanted to. I'm fasting because I like fasting. I could still be doing the same thing, just eating 1 meal a day or 2 meals a day, and maybe not be getting the exact same results. Up to Wednesday, 4 weeks into this fasting protocol, I've lost 17 pounds, where that's what I was losing a month when I first started, which is great. It's just over half a pound a day is what it averages out to. And I feel really good doing it this way. So I don't mind doing it, but everybody has to find their own way, their own path. And that's part of the reason why I put on here what I do. Some stuff hasn't worked for me. And going to a higher fat didn't work. I tried it. Just fasting once or twice a month, along with my diet, wasn't working when I was eating high fat. But I changed 2 things at once, and I shouldn't have. I should have only done one, but I kind of came up with them at the same time, the idea of doing it, so I did them both. So I don't know which one is actually doing the best, if it's the switching my fat content or if it's the fasting. But I'll give them both credit because I feel amazing when I do it this way. Oh, bad food choices yesterday. Beef and eggs today. Yeah, bad food choices will do that to you. But again, like I was just saying, Uncle Willie, you have to find your path. You're not strict carnivore. You're keto, and you have to find what it is that causes you issues, and then avoid it. That's what I would do. Everybody say good morning still. Lynn says, it's a great Sunday. Just got my 10,000 steps in for the morning already. Holy crap. You're kicking. I got 10,000 steps in. Yes, I normally don't get 10,000 steps in unless it's a weekend and I go on a walk. During the week, I don't get that many steps in because of my job. So, and I get home, I don't always feel like going out for a walk. Monday through Wednesday, I come in here and I do this right after I get off work for an hour. And then I don't really feel like going out for a walk because the damn mosquitoes this year have been absolutely horrendous. But I did find that the vanilla extract in water in a spray ball does work to repel mosquitoes. I don't know for sure if that's exactly what it is, but when I use it, I don't get ate up. The first time I did it, I think I put too much vanilla in it, but I mowed my backyard. I didn't get one bite. And I had really bad tall grass in the backyard. I neglected it for a couple of weeks and it was bad. But I didn't get any bites. And then just the other day, my wife and I were out at the pool in our backyard, our kids' kiddie pool, watching our granddaughter swim. And I put some spray on and I got attacked anyway. My wife had made it and she made it at a weaker dose than what I was doing. So I redid it yesterday before we went to do the stuff at the fair because I knew we were going to be outdoors. I knew it was going to be, bad if we didn't have anything. Well, everybody else was loading up with the chemical brand of mosquito spray. My wife and I had the vanilla, and I used two teaspoons of vanilla extract and about 12 ounces of water. Not one mosquito bite. After the fair, we got home and my wife had to eat, and before we went back to the fair to do this, we both sprayed down again. No mosquito bite. Everybody else was getting eaten up, and all I could smell throughout the place were people spraying mosquito spray on themselves. I was like, oh my goodness. And to me, the vanilla reminds me of a fresh made pancake without syrup or anything. But it has that pancake smell or a waffle smell. Absolutely love it. I smell delicious. But getting 10,000 steps in first thing in the morning is always good. Brian says, I had my last meal today at 2 p.m., but want to do a longer fast this time. Awesome. You continue to do that. I'm still going to do my 72 this week. This is the week of the 20th. The 27th, we're doing a regular fast, and then the first week of August, I'm going to do a 5-day fast. That'll be interesting. I got to reply back to. I got invited to another baseball game that I'm going to be going to with a vendor, a company I work for. Their customer appreciation day, and I get to go to a baseball game with my wife with them. Yeah, it's great to get in those steps first thing in the morning. Jeff, just about went past you there. Good morning. How are you doing today? It's nice to see you in here. Let's see. Lynn says, I try to get out in the mornings. Try and get out in the morning and walk in the park before it gets too hot and humid. Love walking out in nature. I do too. I really enjoy getting out there, and it's so peaceful. I thought about doing it this morning, and I really should have because it's really breezy out right now. And when it's windy out like it is right now, we have a much lower mosquito count. Probably wouldn't have gotten ate up. That's always a good thing. Vanilla, it's the new Old Spice. You know, that's actually a joke I used to tell, especially before I shaved my head. The reason I shaved my head is not because I'm going bald. I can care less about being bald or not, as you can tell. I shaved my head because in my mid-30s, I went gray. And people would often comment about that. And I'm like, well, I used to be part of the Spice Girls group. And they'll always look at me like, what? Yeah, I said, yeah, I used to be Old Spice. Some people get it, some people don't. It's a dad joke. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not. 365 days at 245 pounds. Awesome. You finished it up at 245. What did you start it at? I know you've lost a lot of weight. You look a lot better from the pictures that I have. I can't wait to see. Did you send those to Amy so you could show them on your live with her today? And if y'all don't know, Ryan is going to be on with Rockin' Coach Amy today, or tonight. Can't wait to watch that. That'll be great. Just trying to look for it right now, real quick. And let's see. Ooh, one of my favorite doctors is on right now. And if you guys don't know this woman, you really need to check her out. Not during my life. The Iron Lady Doc on YouTube. She is a no BS doctor. And I really like what she puts out. She's very intelligent. I just put her link in the chat. Yeah, Dr. Jessen, she pulls no punches. She tells you straight as it is, and she's a very low carb, keto, carnivore kind of doctor. So I really like her. She's got some good advice, and it might surprise you who you find as her moderator. Let me look here. Oh, dang. I don't know why. Sometimes YouTube has some really weird ways of showing stuff coming up here. I mean, I don't watch a whole lot of stuff. I watch carnivore videos. I watch live carnivore videos. I watch health videos. I don't watch skilled workers, machining, excavators. What else they have on here? Mixes, industry, stuff like that. I don't watch that. I just don't. I never have. But yet, that's what they put up here for me to watch. And it's just crazy. Why can't I find Amy's channel? Because I was looking for a Rockin' Coach Amy and not Keto Rock Stars. That would be why. So I'm going to put in one more link here in the description in just a moment. So if you guys want to watch a good interview today, and this is going to be on, when? This will be on it, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern today. And that's going to be Brian. Brian here is talking with Coach Amy about his health transformation using the carnivore diet and what he's gone through and everything. It's very inspirational. You'll see a lot of difference in Brian from when he was heavy until now. Really cool. Oh, she said she was going to take them off Facebook last night? Okay. I got you. You'll be watching, right? I'll be there cheering on. Looks like you're using a fake background for your real background. Yeah, I did this the other day when I was somewhere else, and I just didn't change it back yet. I figured I can leave it right here. I don't have my camera or my light on in the background here. If I turn it on, then it looks like I still got the reflection of the light on my face too. But that is, because I've thought about doing this at different places. Like I can do this off of my phone on StreamYard. I can have the background set to this, but I can do it at a different location. It still looks like I'm here. So if I were to do this like from my work, I would still look like I am here at home. Okay, we can see them there. Awesome. Wisecracker, you live with dad and wife. A lot of tempting foods in the house. I understand that. I seem to do okay for a couple of days, and then the temptation gets me. Yesterday was not great. I completely get that, Wisecracker. My son and his girlfriend live here with us, and my wife and I bought a mini fridge, and that was supposed to be for my meat. Well, actually, my wife and I, that's where our food goes now, in the mini fridge, because we don't eat a whole lot. My son and his girlfriend have the regular fridge, and that thing's full of shit. The cupboards that we have, my wife and I have the cupboard up the highest in the house. One cupboard, one drawer, or one shelf in that cupboard. The rest is for them. The next one is for them and my granddaughter. We have so much garbage in this house. It's just unbelievable. A lot. I don't like it. Jeff Sullivan, good morning from Arizona. The 15th was my 1 year anniversary. Happy anniversary. Proud of you. Lost 30 pounds, body fat 12%. I'm in great shape. Never get sore after workouts. 61 and feel the same as I did when you were 21. Absolutely. Congratulations, Jeff. That is absolutely amazing. And it's this type of a transformation that inspires me and so many others. I appreciate you sharing it here because these are really cool. Being 61 years old, 1 year on carnivore, losing 30 pounds, down to 12% body fat, feeling like you did when you were 21, that's a testament in itself. It's one of the few things that we can say about our way of eating that nobody else does. The inflammation goes away. You hear doctors and stuff say that, avoid red meat to lower your inflammation. It's the exact opposite. The more you eat, the better you're going to feel. Congratulations, Jeff. That is absolutely amazing. Brian says he was 475 pounds. You're on 369 on day one. Okay, 369 pounds on day one. You're 245 pounds now. Is that what it was? 245? Which is absolutely amazing. Yeah, 245 pounds. So congratulations, Brian. That is so cool. You're going to see such a huge change in Brian in the last year. See, Wisecracker is 5'9", 230. Your heaviest is 237. Yeah, and it's just uncomfortable being big like that. Hell, just walking around the state fair yesterday, I saw myself in so many of the men that were there, and I feel so bad for everybody because it's just such a hard thing to deal with. You see so many of these people that are so big. There are very few metabolically healthy people walking around right now. It's sad. Saw a news report of more morbidly obese women getting airlifted to a hospital on a hike. She made it 1.4 miles. Nice try. Too ambitious, right? And people don't understand how much that weight affects them. That nobody is talking to anybody out there about why we are getting so big. It's not the red meat, it's the sugar, it's the carbohydrates, it's the seed oils, it's these ultra processed foods that are killing us and are getting us to be so big. Now, Wisecracker wants to see 175 and 180. That's a very doable goal. Actually, 172 is where I graduated high school at many years ago. And then 177 is what I was when I joined the military, about a year and a half after that. I don't think I ever want to get down to my high school weight again. That would be way too much. Isabel, hey, it's good to see you this morning. How are you doing today? Oh, yeah. You're welcome. You've done such a great job, and you share your story and you let people know. You're a great inspiration, Brian. Retired Rick, good morning. How are you today? It's nice to see you in here. Wisecracker says helicopter rides are fun. I bet it was expensive though. Absolutely. Just taking an ambulance ride is expensive as heck. So I actually wanted to show this here real quick here. Last week, oh damn, I can't read this here. Which one is this? No, not that one. This is where I started my 3-day fast last week. This was Monday mornings, blood sugars, and my ketones, 83 and a 1.1. That was Monday morning. And yeah, I was at 9:16 because I terrible about taking them when I first wake up. I think I've only done it 1 week now where I've actually done that. And it wasn't even a full week when I was doing it. But that's where I started the morning. And by the afternoon, this is where I was. Ketones went up 0.8. Blood sugar was down a little bit more. So I went from an 83 to a 40 on my diagnose ratio, which isn't bad for starting a fast for me. It's actually kind of normal. And then on the last day, after 3 days, you can see this one here is at 5:20 in the morning. I was already at work. I'd been up for an hour and a half. My ketones were at 3. My glucose was at 74, which gave me a 23 Dr. Boz ratio, which is really good. That's very far into the metabolic healing and so much improvements in your body going on. And then at the end of the day, this was at what time? 4:40. My blood sugars are down to 59, which, yeah, it shows it's on red here and it's telling me that my blood sugar is too low. I've had much lower blood sugars and I did not feel bad at all. But my ketones went from 3 all the way up to 5.6 in just 11 hours. I could really feel the difference in my body and how I was feeling. I had so much energy and I felt so great right here. It's just amazing. But my Dr. Boz ratio was a 9, which is the lowest I've ever had. And if I go back to, and I switch this to a GKI, the glucose ketone index, I'm at a 0.5, which is the lowest I've ever had on that. And that's just some of the amazing benefits. When you have your body's being fueled strictly by your ketones like that, and just what your brain needs, which is only a little bit of glucose, it's really good. And then this morning, this is my morning fast. I did the ADF yesterday, 36 hours, 56 minutes is how long my fast was. And that was an extra 56 minutes in my fast. So that was from this morning. And again, I broke my fast this morning at just after 8 o'clock. amazing. Broke it with ground beef pork mixture, and I have ribeye for dinner tonight. Again, I'm gonna throw one of those in there. I still have one of the cheap ribeyes that we got sitting in my freezer, waiting to be thawed and then cooked because that's delicious. Wisecracker, my lowest was 167 in basic training in 1995. That's actually the year that I got out of the military. I got out, my ETS date was June 1, 1995. My youngest daughter was born June 19th, 1995. So that was cool. Had my black coffee today using 1/4 cup sweet creamer. That locked the carbs down for the day. That's a good thing to do. Nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with drinking coffee on a carnivore diet either, or a keto diet. I have no problems with it. I stopped drinking coffee because it was causing me pain. If it causes you pain, then I would recommend stopping. Otherwise, if you got coffee, drink it. If you use creamer in it, it's not going to hurt. And if you find that it's your weight stalling or anything like that, adjust the creamer a little bit, see if that works. Janet, so glad I caught some of your live after church. Hope it was all going well, and everyone, absolutely, Janet, it's an amazing day. Most Sundays are. I really enjoy Sundays. You might do some testing during the fast out of curiosity, and that's actually why I started doing a lot of my testing was curiosity to see, because when I first started fasting, I really wasn't paying much attention to ketones. I didn't know anything about them. And then I heard people talking about Keto Mojo, and I found Dr. Boz, and I'm like, well, I got to order one of these and find out what this is all about. That's another rabbit hole that you can get down into quickly. Brian said I was going to test this morning, but got to doing stuff. You'll test tomorrow, right? And that's what happens to me. I get up in the morning. If I don't have it sitting on the sink next to the toilet in the morning, I won't test. I forget. And I've been forgetting to put it in there. Carnivore. Luke, how are you doing today? You literally have to leave in about 10 minutes. You wanted to drop in and say hi. Well, I appreciate you stopping in. Glad to see you here this morning. How's your Sunday morning going? So, have I tried the clean coffee? What clean coffee would that be, Brian? I know I get a brand from Dunn Brothers, and it's expensive. It's like $20 or $22 a pound. And I have really good luck on that. I have not had any pain. There's a cheaper brand we can get from Cashwise. I can't remember what the name of it is. Wide Awake. Their breakfast blend. I can drink that. No problem. The coffee that I was drinking when the wrist pain came back in my wrist, when I couldn't even, if I were to grab this container like this, I'd just about drop it because I was in pain. And I was like, wow, that came back quick. What was that? And then I realized the coffee I was drinking was a different brand that one of my coworkers brought. And we're going back and forth on these coffees. So we're drinking the Wide Awake one day, and the next day we drink it till that bag was gone. Then the next bag we'd do would be, I think it's Cameron's is what we're drinking. And then we go back to the Wide Awake. Well, 2 bags in a row we did the Cameron's. And right after we started that second bag, it's like when I started to notice I was getting a little bit of pain in my wrist. And about halfway through that bag, when I could barely pick up my coffee cup with this hand, with my left hand, I was like, wow. That's what made me say, I'm done drinking coffee. I'm going to stop again and see what happens. And 3 days into it, the pain went away. Now, am I going to give up coffee for good? I doubt it. But your wife uses the Cafe Bustelo. Is that the Italian stuff in the yellow bag? I can't remember. Going super great, super busy. That's good. It's good to stay busy. It really makes a difference. And congratulations on your new position. I think you're going to like it. I really do. Oops, got to go. See ya. Have an epic Sunday, everybody. You too, Captain Carnivore. Have a good one. Oh, you've seen several people, they are testing for mold. Yeah. And that's one of the things that generally when I buy coffee for myself at home, I buy the whole bean. The less tendency to have it on there. And you can tell a lot faster if it has the mold in it, if it's the whole bean. When I open it up and you got to pour it out, I smell it. I've actually I bought some coffee beans one time and I had them in the cupboard for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and I wasn't using it. I wasn't drinking it. And when I opened it up to grind some up, I was like, "Ooh, yeah." Oh, that went straight into the garbage because you can see it, you can smell it. It was bad. I've also had a container of the wide awake coffee because they're in the foil bags that they come in, and you can seal them again. But that's already been ground, and I had a bag of that in the cupboard, and it was a small one. I've been using it, and then one Sunday morning, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, I went to use it, and all I could smell was the mold as soon as I opened up the bag, and I was like, "No, it's got to go." One thing that my nose has gotten really good at is smells. Something's moldy, I can find that stuff pretty quick. Yeah, the yellow container, mold free, just coffee. I have tried that coffee. That coffee caused me pain quickly. It's like the next day I was inflamed to the point where I couldn't even close my wrist. So there's something else in that coffee that maybe it's whatever they use to combat the mold, but it didn't go well with my body. And I have tried that one. The flavor was really good. And that's actually what kind of bummed me out on that one because I like that flavor. Jan says I would love a cup of coffee in the morning, but coffee gives me reflux. I have tried some different brands, but no luck so far. Right, and see that's one of the worst coffees for me that I've ever tried is one of the biggest coffees that people drink in offices by is Folgers. That stuff will tear my stomach up. The Dunn Brothers Papua New Guinea Western Highlands is the brand that I absolutely love that one. If I have coffee again, it's going to be that. I'm not going to have it anywhere else. It'll be just that one there. That one, my body did amazing on. And the acidity of the coffee that makes you have the reflux and stuff is not bad. And a lot of the reflux comes from having your stomach pH too low. And I can't remember if it was Dr. Kiltz that was just talking about this here a little bit ago, but that's what causes the imbalance in your acid reflux is when the acidity gets too low and the valve that keeps the stomach acid in won't shut all the way down. And then lets some of it leak back in, and that's what gives you that reflux, which makes perfect sense. Drink a low pH water or a high pH water because people say it's good for you. That's the wrong thing to do. It's just crazy that the stuff that they're giving us to make us feel better is actually the exact opposite of what it should be. Don, good morning. It's nice to see you here today. How are you doing? I haven't seen you for a little bit. Wisecracker says, I think I'm going to kick coffee too. You don't have to, but it does make a difference. I kicked my coffee because of pain. The last aches and pains that I had to begin with the first time, and I just when I stopped it the first time back in October of 2024, and the pain went away. I didn't know if it was the coffee that I quit or if it was the alcohol I quit because I stopped them at the same time. But it worked. And this time when I stopped drinking coffee, that pain went away 3 days. It was great. God says hello to Lynn. Spelled correctly? I believe it is. Cindy, Cynthia, Simpson. Good morning. It's nice to see you in here today. Is that Alia from Ohio? Columbia. Alia is from Chicago area, I believe. She lives in Columbia. That's where her husband is. She met him down there. And they are currently in South Africa. So she's doing the Kiltz Lives from South Africa, where it's the middle of the afternoon over there for her. So Brian says, I am thinking about going 90-hour water fats. The 1 day meat, bacon, eggs, then 90 hours sardines. Well, I'll have to see the 72-hour, then go from there. Yeah, that's really ambitious. I don't know if I can just after a 90-hour water fast, do a 1 day refeed like that, and then go back into a 90-hour sardine fast. Actually, that might not be too bad. I think it'd be harder if you did a sardine fast for 5 days, had 1 day of regular eating, and then go into a fast again for a water fast. That would be tough. Thank you. You got exactly right. Yeah, Lynne. Brian, nice Facebook post, but more so, congrats to you. Yeah, right. He's got some amazing results. It's the Dunn Brothers, Dunn Brothers. You can actually order it off of their website, dunnbrothers.com. But it's the Papua New Guinea Western Highlands. It is an amazing coffee, and it's one I've done really well on. But it is more expensive. When I go to our Costco, which is 2 hours away, a block away from Costco is the Dunn Brothers store where I can go in there and I can get it. They roast it fresh in there. So I do really good on that. Donna says, yes, it's been a few. The wildfire smoke here in Michigan really hit my son hard. He is severely asthmatic, and we have had a roller coaster. It was thick. Yeah, it was. And I'm sorry to hear that. Breathing issues with this smoke is not a fun thing to do. And it's one of the things that last summer we had a lot of the smoke here in North Dakota from the wildfires. And I actually did much better last summer than I did the year before. The year before, if it was foggy or smoky out, I had to wear a mask to go outside, just like to go to my car to come home and stuff. I had to wear a mask because it was so bad. It's about the same last year, and I didn't have to do anything. The only difference is my way of eating. So many things are healing on my body, and I know my lungs have healed tremendously, and I can feel that my day-to-day activity that I do. It's so much better. But if you're asthmatic and you're dealing with this smoke and stuff, it is absolutely horrid. Cindy, yes, you've had this open and ready from before when you started doing kitchen chores and it didn't start up. Forgot about it. Have to check settings. No, that's fine. Yeah. Wisecrackers in the Upper Peninsula, Michigan, and it's bad there too. It's bad everywhere from like Midway into Minnesota all the way to the East Coast and down into the South too. I saw the smoke, and you can look on AccuWeather. They've got a weather quality, or what is it, air quality map that they show, and you can see where it is really bad. And luckily, it's not bad here right now. Don says wisecracker is in sight, or is insane, right? Finally clearing out. Or you're talking about the smoke. Yep. Well, hopefully they get some of this under control. I think they really need to do something with the Canadian government and just letting this junk burn. I know a lot of their stuff is remote, so it's not affecting people, so they just let it go. But yeah, they should be controlling it because it's affecting people in other countries. You have burst meats come to your part of the world yet? Not that I've seen. Very good price. You can get good prime rib for about $4 a pound. Wow, that'd be interesting. A wisecracker said smoke cleared yesterday, but it's back. Oh, yeah. It's depending upon where the weather is in the jet stream. You can follow the jet stream really easy following that smoke because that's what it does. That smoke goes up and the jet stream catches it and just takes it and runs with it. But it's just kind of crazy. So again, this week I'm going to be doing my live streams Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for 3-day fast accountability, 72 hours. If you guys want to join me, it'll be at 6:15 Central Time, 7:15 Eastern in the evenings after I get off work. And it's just accountability to share how you're doing with your fasting, share any tips with anybody who's trying to fast. If you have questions, please ask. That's what we're here for. See, you finally took baby steps, tried canned mackerel, fish wife, and you tolerated it. Could eat if you were starving. It's not bad. I haven't had a fish wife mackerel. I've had a King Oscar, and I can't remember what the other brand was. But they were actually seasoned brand. The seasoned brand mackerel was actually really good. I like that one, so give them a try. But they are much better, and they have just about the same nutrient profile as a sardine. They just don't have that really sardine taste to them. And Brian says he loves mackerel. But for everybody that is going to be doing a fast, please stop by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're going to be doing this live again, just so we have accountability. And for Uncle Willie, I'm going to try to make sure I get this put onto Rumble so that we can make sure my Rumble guys are on there. I have to wait until 6:15 tonight to actually set the stream up for Rumble. Otherwise, it won't let me do it. But I will put it on the Rumble. I'll try to make sure of that, Uncle Willie, so that you have a place to come to too. Or you can try, you do like the canned smoked salmon fillets. Those aren't bad either. But the mackerel and the tuna, or not mackerel tuna, the mackerel and the sardines have the better nutrient profile. So if you can handle it, I'd try staying with the mackerel. Fish wives is too expensive for you, yeah. You agree, Brian? It was the only one on the shelf that they had to get it in the Kroger deli department. Wow. So it's been an hour, and I will talk with you guys tomorrow night. Doing a fast. I'm going to try and remember to do my ketones in the morning. I'm not going to promise anything because I am forgetful, but I'll try. You guys have a great day. We'll catch you in the streams. Remember, Brian's going to be on tonight on Keto Rockstars with Coach Amy. You all have a great day and eat meat, be happy.
Fix what I couldn't see. Eating clean, playing my part. Still something breaking inside my heart. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Following every line they drew, still ended up in reverse. Five pills lined up on the sink, one telling me what to think. Said give it time, you'll be okay. But I kept drifting further away. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Gave them everything I had, still couldn't break that curse. Then one day I just let it go. Stopped chasing what I didn't know. Took one step, changed one thing, turned my back on everything. This is my why. North Dakota Carnivore changed my life. Kept it simple, stripped it down, turned it all the way around. Lost the weight, cleared my mind, left that old road far behind. What I found was something true, did it myself, and so can you. Strong, me and you.